Pegasus. If there was one thing they could agree upon, it was you, cloud mover, wind walker, and all they could talk about was whether your wings would be wide enough to catch their breath when you flew away, or how your gallop might sound when you echoed between three worlds, to his in the sea, to hers on the land, and to yours everywhere else. But even the sea could not wash away your father's act, so he left to be safe in the eye of himself, and even the earth could not bury your mother's shame, so she stayed to carry you, forbidden to give birth while she lived. Mother Medusa, she who got the blame for your father's crime, because who punishes gods when a woman will do? And I wonder, what did you do in the years of her curse? Did you kick? Did you whine? Did you ride the tides of her blood? Did you dream of your father Poseidon as poison within her? Did you hell? You stayed quiet, the embryo of a star in the apple-bright quartz of her heart, where nobody would look. But hold your horses, turn and look, someone stepped into our book. Twang the banjo, chew the straw, in he strides with chiselled jaw. Good old Perseus with his sword, killing women for his lord. Cut the neck, cut the cord, let's get this baby horse on board. Typical man, only there for the head and then he's off, wading into another poem like he owns the place. But that's how it goes with heroes. They step in and gather the light as though we weren't using it, like thinking you're the cinema screen in an auditorium of storied people. Still, he did his bit by breaking the long umbilical of your curse and setting you on this course. But Mother Medusa, if only she could have seen you, blood-born, bone-white, milk-wet, shaking your wings of angel tears and stretching in the sun. Let's pause here and reflect upon how amazing it is that a woman can give birth to something else, to something not themselves, to a man, to another woman, to a horse. And what a something else you were, like a moon without a shadow, like a light bolt unbreakable by prisms, like a blizzard in a forest of unwanted memories, like a child stillborn into a mother's memory, where there was no need to get to know you, because to us, you were already fully grown. Did you look down, or did you look back? Or did you always know where heaven lay? And if you'd stayed and met a gaze, what her stony eyes have wept. Instead you leapt. Because it's hard, isn't it, to hold yourself back, to stay for someone else, when there's so much more you want to do, when there's so much more you want to be. Who could have held you back anyway? Who could have plucked the golden hairs from the heads of gods that might have tethered you, tamed you, trimmed your wings and fettered your feet to slow your spring into stardom? You who were raised in the viper's nest of fame, born white to assume everything is within reach. Who could stop you and ride you to war? Only Bellerophon. Mounting as you stopped to drink, he was your brother by another mother. He had monsters to slay. He was an echo of Perseus, whom you carried to the killing fields. And first on his list, Chimera, nature's jigsaw, daring to be different, part snake, part goat, part lioness with fire in her throat. You helped fill her full of lead, and she choked to death, leaving you unscathed and the onlookers on fire with stories of your bravery, your grace, and your wisdom. From that point on, there was no stopping you. You rode the whispered vengeance of kings to carry death to the Amazonian women, to force the women of Xanthus to make gifts of themselves, and on to help win women for... Wait, could it be? Was your myth written by men? And was his, and was his, and was his, and was hers? Was every word we've ever heard written to enforce male power? Did you think about this when you spread your wings? Did you count the cost of every flight? Did you look back at how your mother died? Did you feel the weight upon your back? And we usually only see the white horse coming when it comes our turn to turn our life around. And we usually only look at the things we've done when we see the ground is where we're bound. But Pegasus, you're not the one who's riding to collect our souls and gather up the dust. For though you carry death upon your saddle, Somehow you're the star we've come to trust. So how did you do that when the rest of us fell? How did you get to canter across the universe as the carrier of death with none of the blame? Being immortal helped. Being the bearer of Zeus's thunder helped too. Being blood-born, bone white, milk wet, and able to shake your wings of angel tears certainly helped. But then this is family, war and winning. It all helped. Though in the end none of it mattered, did it? Your hooves were never sullied by the soil, your wings were never spoiled by the rain, and your place in the heavens was never in doubt. But some of us are sick of looking to the stars, of always giving money for the launching of fast cars. Celebrity is certainly the most distracting thing, but who on earth can live upon a barren diamond ring? Or is it that we're judging the light without the heat, and by seeing you as just a myth, are we being incomplete? You might be more than poetry, you might be more than fame, but it's hard to see the truth of you when you won't accept the blame. But in the viper's nest of fame, in the trillion-acred sky, in the pasture of your privilege, shining is always easy when you own your own